Hey guys, welcome back to our channel, and today we wanted to cover something a little bit different, the 100 ways to identify.
So we had watched a debate sort of thing with Piers Morgan, and I can't remember his name, but it was another guy who was, so he was not transitioned or anything like that, and he just identified as a normal gay male.
And he was representing the community.
He called himself cisgender, but their argument was he wasn't any different type of gender, he was a gay male.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's how he identified, which is fine.
He was next to she talks a lot on Good Morning Britain. I can't find her name, I've searched it everywhere. I think she's a brilliant representative of the transgender community. She was fully transitioned, so she'd kind of gone through everything, and she was a transgender woman. And it was fascinating because she was saying, I mean...
So the debate was about, I'll just give an example of the debate. The debate was about, so obviously Piers Morgan has very up and down reviews from different people. However, he actually came across quite well in this, because basically this guy and the guy who was for the 100 gender thing and Piers had a debate previously, which I haven't seen, but then he was so offended by Piers Morgan's opinions, he put a thing out, like a poll or petition, to try and get Piers fired. Piers had him back on the show with the transitioned woman. Well, she's not trans. She identifies as a woman. Yeah. She's a woman, but she has transitioned to be a woman. Who was very for Piers and said Piers has always very much supported me and everything like that, and that the guy was actually sort of like, ruining the way someone who's transitioned is seen, sort of making a mockery of transitioning, because now you can identify as so many different things.
He couldn't even name what they were. He couldn't even name 10. I mean, we're very open because we've never been through this experience. However, we were totally on the woman's side and the transition, because she was saying it's making a mockery out of people who are transgender, and she's lost work over it because people are so afraid to work around people who are transgender because in case they say something wrong.
Yeah, and she's like, I identify as a woman. That's what I identify as. I'm not... That's it. There's no sort of... Whereas he's saying, oh, I must look up what cisgender means. I'm a cisgendered gay male. And she's like, well, you're not gender anything. You're a gay male. You're not... Like, why are you trying to bring a different gender into it when you're... And he said, yeah, I'm a gay male. And then they're like, well, why are you trying to make it difficult? Like, you're trying to make it difficult for people to understand.
Yeah.
Like... What's going on?
And it's a painful process. I mean, imagine going through that kind of turmoil, and for people to just pop up with all these things and kind of be taking... They're not taking the mick out of it, but it's making it look like a joke when it's really not.
And also, I have to stick up for Piers on this occasion, because I actually hadn't understood Piers before.
Yeah.
And he's
a
said
bit of a one.
Yeah, he's a bit of a one, isn't he? And it was really interesting. He said that all these debates that he has, he just enjoys debating, and he's very happy, even though, like, you know, people cut across each other in debating and stuff because you feel so strongly about subjects. But, you know, he quite happily listens to other people's opinions and has people on the show to listen to their opinions, and he voices his. And he's like, I'm not trying to get you fired for what you have to say. Like, and I'm having you on the show to voice your opinion because other people do also have that same opinion. And he was like, the fact that you're now trying to get me fired just because I have a different opinion to you is actually also making a mockery, because it's like, well, you think that way, and that's and you're saying that everyone who thinks a different way
is wrong.
And then the guy, I mean, he wasn't really happening with it.
Do you know what? I don't even know his name, but I didn't even want to look him up.
No.
He just represented the whole thing very badly. And we're millennials, so we're very much in that generation where things are changing. And
I think it was the fact that it's okay, like, you can live however you want to live.
Yeah.
But this guy was trying to really say, like, this is how it should be and everyone else is wrong. And, like, the woman that was on there who had transitioned.
Who was literally the horse's mouth. of someone who would have gone through something like that and is experiencing that, found him extremely degrading and found him extremely embarrassing for someone like her, who was obviously, you know, trying to live her life.
It would be interesting to see what other people in here think about the 100 gender.
We're very open to debate.
Yeah.
Or not debate, or just whatever.
Or just kindly comment below.
Yeah, kindly, just nicely. Like,
I don't want to make debate.
Don't dislike. No, do whatever you want.
Yeah. No. It would be interesting to hear the opinion, because I don't know, we can't really comment because we've never been through anything like that. So I don't know, is it something that is quite common for people to identify as something other than male and female?
And I was watching a Joe Rogan interview, brilliant podcaster, and he was saying, you know, you can get a feminine male or you can get, you know, a more manly man. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're a different gender or a different identification. They might just be more feminine.
That comes down to like you as a person, like everyone's an individual.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you change your gender necessarily.
Like he was interviewing someone who was changing gender in that very moment. So they'd be like, right, change gender, call me something different. Within 10 minutes they'd switched genders a lot. Again, we'd love to hear what you guys think, because we've never been through it. So,
and also some people don't see gender as a big thing. They're like, well, I'm male and female, or
I think you have,
and that's quite interesting.
You have gender and sex. Correct me if I'm wrong. So sex is literally the parts that you're identified, that you're born with, and gender is more what society has constructed. So more girls wear pink, boys wear blue, girls do beauty, boys wear blah blah blah. So I think they're trying to, which I totally agree with, to be more gender fluid. It doesn't necessarily mean, again, correct me if I'm wrong, it means, you know, if you're raising your kid gender fluid, you're opening them up to anything. You know, if they want to play with trucks and they're a girl, play with trucks. If they're a boy and they want to dress as a girl, in a dress, that's totally fine. I think that's, I don't know, correct me again, because I'm scared if I've got that wrong.
Let us know your thoughts.
Yeah, let us know. We'd love to know.
Bye.
Bye.